Yeah, every day you try to convince your players. I think you convince your players not just the way you speak and you show, and that I'm really clear on the direction that I want the players to do, but winning games and to have that feeling that we are playing really well with the ball. You are pushing the opponent for his own half. This is the things they will be convinced by that. It's not just words. And I understand that I was a football player for a long time. I think I know that they won't, but I'm still convincing them that they should play this kind of football.
So what is it? It's 20 games in charge now, around 4 months. Does it feel like a lot longer?
Yeah, yes, because it's ups and downs. It's a fight every day with everything. With a lot of media, then you have to cope with a lot of games in 2 days, and then when you are in this club, in any club, but in this club, and you cannot push for a lot of winnings in a row, you are always fighting, and that can be exhausted for not just for me, for everybody in the club and for the players. So we need to keep fighting and to focus just in the small things. And for me, the small thing is the next game. I'm really focused on the next game.
Do you really feel the weight of it, the responsibility to get this club back on its feet? I mean, you just walked in, you spoke to a young Manchester United fan when you walked into the room here, and you said, "Oh, sorry about right now." Does it feel like there's so many supporters of this huge football club. Do you feel the burden? Do you feel the weight of it being your job, basically, to get Manchester United somewhere near where they were?
No, it's an honor. But when you have that feeling in the funeral of Dennis Law, Kathy, the memorial of Monique, to face the fans in this kind of moments for me is really hard because they are so nice and they believe a lot in what we're trying to do, and they feel it that I want to help the club. But the hardest part is to face the fans in this moment. It's really hard to face the fans, but I'm doing everything to help my players in the club to be or to return in that position. Is going to take a lot of time. And people are tired of listening that for many coaches here, but we are in the very, very difficult situation. But we have to carry on, and to carry on, like I said, is the small things. It's trying to win the next game and then surviving this season.
I wonder if in Ange Postecoglou you see a kind of a fellow traveller, if you like, maybe different principles, but another guy completely dedicated, devoted to his principles. I did an interview with him a few weeks ago and I read your quote to him where you said if a coach changes, he's dead. You said something like that, and he was like, absolutely, couldn't agree more. So do you see a guy in Ange Postecoglou who's maybe different in what he wants, but similar in his conviction?
I'm a huge fan of Ange, and I told him that, and I told that before the game for the Cup, Carabao Cup. I think he's right, but I feel that I'm a coach that I change a lot to win games, and but certain things I don't compromise. That is clear for me, and I feel that with Ange is the same thing, and that.